Welcome to Time of Death. This video is for informational purposes and in no way meant to glorify or condone violence. In today's video, we'll be discussing the murder of Juan Sebastian Castillo. Castillo was shot to death on Sunday, February 26, 2017, in the 2100 block of Pico Boulevard in Santa Monica, according to LA County coroner records. Sherwin Mendoza Espinosa was subsequently arrested and charged with the murder. The following is the evidence at trial. During his trial on the charge of murdering Juan Castillo, defendant Sherwin Espinosa admitted he fired the fatal bullet. His defense was that he had done so in self-defense or in defense of an acquaintance, Natalie Vasquez. Defendant's acquaintance, Natalie Vasquez, was at the bar celebrating the birthday of her friend Ruby Cortez the night of February 25, 2017. Vasquez arrived at the bar at around 10:30 p.m. and had about 5 drinks while there. At some point hours after she arrived, Vasquez and defendant left the bar to try to find an ATM to withdraw cash. Defendant drove his car to a liquor store about 5 minutes away from the bar and parked near the front of the store. Vasquez observed another car nearby and saw about 3 guys around the car. Vasquez and defendant got out of their car and walked toward the liquor store. One of the men from the other car walked toward the door as well, made derogatory comments about Vasquez, and said this was his neighborhood. Another man was on the sidewalk near the other car. Vasquez entered the liquor store, which did not have an ATM, and went to purchase something to get cash back. The man who made the derogatory comment waited in the doorway of the liquor store, watching Vasquez and defendant. While Vasquez attempted to purchase gum, defendant stepped outside. Vasquez was at the front counter when she heard a gunshot. Defendant was not in the store when she heard the sound. Defendant came back into the store and said, "Let's go." He seemed a little scared. When they left the store, the other car was gone. Defendant then drove them back to the bar. They did not speak during the ride back. After midnight on February 26, Gustavo Gracida was driving home from a party at which he had been drinking. As he was driving, he saw victim Juan Castillo walking down the street wearing a boot on his right foot and using crutches. Castillo had been at the same party Gracida had attended, and Gracida knew Castillo because they had grown up in the same community. Gracida stopped the car, and Castillo got in and reclined the passenger seat all the way back. Castillo appeared intoxicated. He asked Gracida to take him to the liquor store where they planned to buy munchies. Gracida parked near the liquor store, and the two sat in their car pulling their money. They collected $7 and eventually exited the car to go into the liquor store. Castillo left his crutches in the car. Gracida didn't make it to the entrance of the liquor store. As he was walking towards it, he observed Castillo exchanging words with someone inside the store. By the time Gracida reached the sidewalk, the other person, a man, had gone back to his car. This unsettled Gracida. Gracida told Castillo they should leave because the other man going back to his car could not mean anything good. Gracida got back into the driver's seat of his car. Gracida observed the other man walk towards his car through the passenger side mirror. The man had a gun in his hand. Castillo got in the car and closed the door. Gracida started pulling out of the parking lot, and he heard a gunshot and the car window shattering. As he pulled away from the liquor store, Gracida asked Castillo, "Are you all right?" repeatedly, but he received no answer. Gracida saw Castillo was slumped over. Gracida drove to the home of another friend, David Nájera, and parked in front of it. He checked Castillo's pulse and didn't feel anything. There was blood coming down the right side of Castillo's face. He tried to talk to Castillo but received no response. Nájera did not come out of his house after Gracida signaled him, so Gracida left. Next, Gracida drove back to Santa Monica and dropped Castillo's body near UCLA Hospital. Gracida thought that the time between the shooting and when he dropped off Castillo's body was about 30 minutes. After dumping the body, Gracida went back to his apartment. On his way, he tossed Castillo's crutches by the freeway. At around 11 a.m., he went back to the car, vacuumed the glass, and cleaned up the blood. When Castillo's body was discovered a block away from UCLA Hospital in Santa Monica, a Santa Monica police officer who responded to the scene identified a hole in Castillo's right cheek and believed the body had been there for a while. Later that week, a different Santa Monica police officer found Castillo's crutches in the tree along the freeway. A forensic investigator later examined the car Gracida was driving the night of the murder. The rear passenger side window was not intact. There was blood in the car as well as a bullet fragment. A deputy medical examiner with the Department of Medical Examiner coroner testified Castillo had been killed by a single gunshot to the head that produced death within minutes of being shot. The gunshot wound was consistent with Castillo looking over his right shoulder. The examiner had also conducted a toxicology screen, which revealed alcohol in Castillo's system. In May 2017, a Santa Monica Police Department officer assisting with serving a search warrant observed the defendant get in a car carrying a black and red bag. Another officer searched the car pursuant to the search warrant and recovered the bag. Inside were a loaded unregistered Uzi assault pistol, an additional magazine, gloves, and black electrical tape. The Uzi was not registered to defendant. A firearms examiner at the LA County Sheriff's Department examined the Uzi and the bullet recovered from Castillo's body. He concluded the bullet had been fired from that Uzi. Following the trial, the jury convicted defendant of second-degree murder, including a gun enhancement. The trial court sentenced defendant Sherwin Espinosa to 15 years to life for the second-degree murder and a consecutive term of 25 years to life for the firearm enhancement. Juan Sebastian Castillo was 18 years old at the time of death.